Good morning, guys. Good morning. Trying to let the light adjust. Good morning. My camera is going to keep going dark. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Don't forget, we have the podcast, we have the movie, we have all the things. So we are outside this morning with the fresh spring. And if you're like me, you have allergies. So, but we are out here this morning. I decided to come outside because I woke up easy this morning. Remember maybe it's a month ago, we talked about being easy and what that feels like, and not to be easy with your words. We talked about being easy with your words, and this morning I was easy with my words and easy with myself, and I wanted to continue that ease inside of nature. And so here we are outside on this lovely day. So please make sure you share the show, subscribe to the YouTube channel as well as the podcast. It costs you nothing to do that, so I greatly appreciate you doing that. Yesterday we talked about the truth lighting the way. That if I understood the I am statement, if I understood it truly, and I understood that if I'm saying the I am statement, that is my truth, which is highlighting, illuminating me, the path and the way. So I am the truth, the light, the way. So if I understand I am statement, I am health, I am wealth, and when I think on that thought, it is highlighted, and that becomes the way that I go, then we are truly more powerful than we ever could imagine. But today, I wanted to talk about outcomes. And sometimes we associate, when we are looking at things and we are thinking about it, we forget to. We are thinking about the monetary thing that it's going to cost us in that moment. We're thinking about the time that it's going to cost us in that moment. But we're not thinking about we don't put a lot of emphasis on the outcome of it. And the outcome is where we need to be focused. So let's take if we're going to use the Sister Rise retreat, because that's what I'm hosting coming up in October, bit.ly/Sister Rise. If you're looking at the price of the thing, or what it is that you want to do and when you want to do it and how you want to do it, but not focused on the outcome of the thing, sometimes we can miss out on blessings and opportunities. And I've been guilty of all of this. Let's put it in terms of relationships, put it in terms of your career, put it in terms of moving, put it in terms of your family, that oftentimes we are looking so heavily at the price of the thing and not the outcome of the thing. Meaning, what is it going to, is it really, if this is a true opportunity and I'm adding negativity to it, then am I focused on the negative or am I focused on the outcome? Because that's really important. Because if I want the outcome of the thing, but I allow the pathway that I assume that's going to be difficult to stop me, then I really didn't want the outcome in the first place. Does that make sense? So when I wanted to, there was a couple of events I wanted to go to, and I was like, or programs I wanted to do, take for instance, when I was looking at some of my employees, and my employees who were making less than me were on vacation at Disney World and stuff all the time. And I was like, how are they able to do that? And I can't do that, and I'm making more money. They were focused on the outcome, and I was focused on the money part, and assumed that the path to get to the outcome was difficult. They were focused on the outcome, and they made up in their mind this is the thing that they wanted. It became their truth. As it became their truth, the pathway was lightened for them to go to where they wanted to be. And so when I decided that I was going to start taking vacations and take the kids places, it is amazing what happened when I changed my thought process to focus on the outcome of the thing. And focusing on the outcome of it changed my perspective, because then I wasn't, y'all remember we learned about the circle of influence and the circle of concern, and the circle of influence says those things that I can immediately impact in that circle of outcome, that circle of concern, is I don't have any impact on it, but I'm worried about it. And so when I begin to stay in my circle of influence of what I could control and what I could do, then the outcome became so much more greater for me. When we're looking at the outcomes, we need to focus more on the final destination. How are we going to get there? Because my destination is not changing, right? How I'm going to get there if I show up. So if I'm using the example that my faith is elastic and it's not going to pop back and hit me, then I understand that as I stretch more and as I grow more, that the path is going to be made clear for me. And as the path is being made clear for me, I can now focus on the outcome of where I'm going. I can focus on that my destination is not changing, and my focus is no longer on the things that I don't need to be concerned about. So as we talked about yesterday, the truth lighting the way. As you begin to understand that your truth lighting your way to wherever your final outcome or your destination is that you want to go, whatever that looks like for you, and you begin to think about those things, and we begin to look at our mindset, we have to be mindful and consciously aware of what are we choosing to focus on. Am I focused on this is my final destination and this is where I need to go? Or am I focused on that this price may not be the price that I want to pay? And I think some of us get stopped there. We get stuck there because it's not the price that we don't really want to pay that price to get there. We may listen guilty. We may say, I really want to go, but I can't because, and then I'm going to argue my limitations. And my limitations are real. My excuses are real. They are always valid. They are always valid. And times are just hard sometimes. But I also have to make a conscious effort as I'm looking at this difficult time, is this an opportunity for me? And if it is, how do I then work this as an opportunity instead of an obstacle or a struggle or a strife? And does everything have to be a struggle and a strife in my life? To get to an outcome, do I have to struggle and strive to that? To get to love, do I have to struggle and strive? To get to excitement or fulfilled life, do I have to struggle and strive? Who told me that? Who told me that the outcome that I desired was going to be difficult to get there? Who told me that part? And I think that is so important to know, that we've got to focus on. Good morning, Tammy. We got to focus on, if I'm looking at the outcome of the thing and I'm understanding it's an opportunity, I cannot stay stuck in the struggle and the strife of that thought. And so yesterday, me and the girls did an exercise where we worked through some stuff that it was really, we were looking at the outcome and we saw it as an opportunity instead of a struggle of a strife. And then we got out the big poster boards. Y'all know I'm a nerd. And we begin to write it out, and we begin to see what it was and what was happening. And as we begin to do that, we saw more and more opportunity for the outcome and less of the struggle and the strife. And if we're honest and real with ourselves, sometimes we can't accept love because we assume it has to be hard, that we have to struggle and strive to keep our dream alive. Y'all remember LL Cool J? And we don't have to. We don't have to. Because my faith is elastic. If I understand the I am statement, and I understand the truth is lighting the way, and I stand in my truth as I know it for myself, and as I'm standing on that, the outcome becomes clearer, and I see it more as an opportunity instead of an obstacle. Sometimes, because people can, if the opportunity presents itself for whatever it is, and you look at it more and you begin to immediately look at the obstacles of the thing instead of the opportunity of the thing, then the outcome was never really important to you in the first place. The outcome is important. Now, you can, Lynn, my friend Lynn says, you can either pay in time or you can pay in money. One of the two. You can pay in time or you can pay in money. Either you can pay in time and struggle and strive, or you can pay in money for the opportunity for an outcome that you want. That's how eventually I saw programs that I wanted to attend, places I wanted to go. Either I was going to struggle and strife in that moment and see it as a struggle and strife, or I was going to see it as an opportunity and an outcome. And the more I focused on the opportunity and the outcome of it, the less, when I dare, I know my favorite quote by Andrea Lord, when I dare to work in the strength of the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. It becomes less and less important whether there's an obstacle. I see it as an opportunity, and I'm focused on the outcome. So as we begin this most amazing day, as you understand that the truth is lighting the way in your I am statement, as you begin to see that how it is for yourself, and however you see that, and however you begin to work it, I want you to have the most amazing day ever. I want you to be peaceful, period, because there's nothing after that. I want you to enjoy the journey, okay? You don't have to wait on the final destination to enjoy the journey. You may understand the outcome, but you journey the pathway. And tomorrow we're going to talk about pathologies and pathways and the definitions of that and what that means. Pathologies and pathways tomorrow. So on this great, most amazing day, please have the most amazing day ever. Please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to that YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Please don't forget to share. They can subscribe. It costs you nothing to subscribe to the morning show on YouTube, as well as the podcast. It costs you absolutely nothing. If tomorrow is the information session for Sister Rise, bit.ly/SRR info. So if you have questions about Sister Rise, if you want to meet some of the attendees from last year, I know Tammy will be there. I'm going to see if I can't get Margaret and Jasmine to show up, so that they can tell you a little bit more about their experience. If you want to go ahead and purchase your ticket, bit.ly/Sister Rise. Or if you want to gift it to somebody else, please call me. If you want to sponsor another lady who you know who needs to come and you want to go half on a ticket with her, please let me know, because it's important to me, and it's so important to me that we understand that the power of not only sisterhood, the power of someone going ahead and leaving the steps along the way so that you can see. And I'm always reminded of what I learned on the water in Costa Rica. And I know y'all, I've told that story a gazillion and one times, but I absolutely love it. If we stay in the pathway that the man made for us, he said, I'm going to go ahead of you. And if you stay in the path that I made, I'm going to clear the ways for you. If you stay in that path, your ride to your final destination will be smooth. You may not see me because I went ahead of you, but I made the path. So you got to watch the person in front of you for the signs that I'm going to give them that they're going to pass along to you. Speed up. Come fast. Slow down. Stop. Look at the person ahead of you. They're giving you the signals. Now, if any time you get out of the pathway that I made for you, your road is going to get bumpy. Your ride is going to get bumpy. I need you to immediately get back in the pathway that I've set for you and watch for that person in front of you as they give you the signs. And when we got to the final destination, to that island, and we got there, and he said, now everybody anchor yourself to me. And we all hooked up our little boat to his big boat. And we set, and as we anchored ourselves there, then we were able not only to enjoy our final destination, but we knew we were in a safe place to go explore and experience things we never explored and experienced before. And honey, we was on a private island. We were on a private beach. Like, I'm out in the middle of the Caribbean Ocean, living my whole best life. A girl who was afraid of water. I hyperventilate and have panic attacks if it comes up to my ankles. If it came to my knees, you're gonna have to carry me out the pool. I was in straight frozen panic mode. I could not operate. I could not move. And to see me and to experience being out in the middle of the ocean in a banana boat, no less, with a 21-year-old driving me, to understand that that was the importance of Sister Rise. And That was my purpose. That I am the bigger boat, and you're able to anchor yourself to me so that you can have a safe, secure place, so that you can understand your healing journey. You can figure out where it is you want to go, why you want to go, why you here, as you want to figure out all the things, and you're anchored to somebody who's already went and shown and made the path. Listen, I went when the roads was bumpy. Please insert any Bible scripture you would like there, because it is all relatable. So as we leave signs and clues for our sisters behind us, that's the importance of Sister Rise Retreat. That is the importance of it, that as you find a safe place to come and revitalize and look at your sacred energy and understand what it means for you to move and operate inside of yourself, and then to go back to where you started and make that path straight and clear for somebody else. It's an amazing opportunity and journey. So if you want to join me, good morning, Kim. Go to bit.ly/Sister Rise. If you want more information about Sister Rise Retreat, bit.ly/SRR info. SRR info. And you can join me tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. We'll be talking more about Sister Rise Retreat. So, hope you have the most amazing day. I hope that you're a peaceful period. Let's look at the outcomes today, okay? Let's look at the outcomes and why that's important. If you missed yesterday, go back and watch yesterday's show where we talked about the truth lighting the way. If I understand the I am statement, I understand that it is my truth. And the more I stand in my truth, the more it lights up and illuminates, and the more I can see the way. So my truth is lighting the way when I understand my I am. Go back and watch yesterday's show. So on this most amazing day, please be peaceful, share the show, and I'll see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.